Good morning. This is Mornings with Michael. Happy Tuesday to everyone out there. Hope your Monday was a successful one. And Mornings with Michael is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. And we look forward to seeing what's happening out there. There is a lot of news as earnings continue to pour in. I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through a couple of things. Enphase has its earnings tonight, down slightly. First, let's look at the dollar index. Dollar continues its strength. It's above its 50-day moving average now. It had a gap up on, looks like, yeah, gap up on Friday, another gap up yesterday to bump up to its 50-day, and now it's above its 50-day. So let's take a look at GLD. It's going to be trending down, it's kind of trying to stabilize there. Silver continues its wave down. Let's look at the 10-year bond yields. Remaining stable, and believe the 20-year is slightly up today. It's gapping up above its 200-day. There's rumor out that the Fed may be looking to raise interest rates all the way into June. So March, April and May, get it up to 5.2, and then June. So we'll just have to see how everything rolls in. So I think this is why the yields are trending upwards. So we looked at the dollar, and let's look at natural gas. For once, it's trending up. It actually ended up yesterday after it was down some in the morning. It's up about 3% today. Oil prices are up as well. Let's take a look at some stocks that aren't doing so well today. AI, which been just streaking upwards, pulling back some. A little over 4.5%. The semiconductor area, Alpha and Omega, gapping down 15%. Their earnings came in less than stellar, negative 44%. Axon, there's really no news here, but it's gapping down. It's close to 14% down today, off. It was off $26 there, and now it's just bounced around. Got some buyers coming in late. We'll just kind of have to see what it does from here on in. And let's look at some other earnings. Rambus, gap down on its earnings, about 5% down. ACM it pulled back a little bit, and now it's moving upwards. 2.5% up. And Fabrinet was up a little later, and now it's pulling back quite a bit, a little over 5%. So let's take a look at the indexes. Pulling back, the Nasdaq's trying to stabilize. You would think with the dollar moving up, the NASDAQ would be a little bit under pressure, and it's come up quite a bit. So you would expect to pull back here. Looking at the S&P 500, about the same possibility. It'll pull back into the 390 area, maybe around where the 50 and 200-day moving average converge. We'll just have to watch it and the volume. The small cap index is pulling back as well. I would expect it to come back at least to the 20-day moving average, the green line here. Volume on the pullback has been a little less than where it was moving up, so that's good news. And then finally, the Dow Jones pulling back slightly. Let's take a look at the XLE energy. It's moving up a little bit as oil prices here stabilize. So P producers doing about the same thing. Metals and mining is trying to hang in there. It's up a little less than 0.5%. Software and technology is doing pretty well considering the pullback in the NASDAQ. Financials just kind of going sideways. Look at the transportation, got a slight pullback. Some of the leading ARK best transportation is up nearly 18% here on earnings. Earnings came in negative 12%, but must be some news that because this is a couple of days after earnings gapped up and just continues to strengthen. Some of the other issues, XPO is up slightly. They got their earnings tomorrow, up nearly 4%. SIA up slightly. So the transportation seems to be moving a little bit. Look at a couple other international seaways. TNK continues trending upward. It's just up slightly. And we'll look at one more here. Zim, former leader. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Real estate pulling back. Look at basic materials. Up slightly today. And got the biotech continues to pull back. And the IBB biotech index pulled back to its 50-day moving average. And that's kind of, we got earnings continue to pour in. I guess we could take a Baidu is gapping up on news that is getting into AI. So this seems to be a pretty popular area right now. Anybody looks at that, take a look at Microsoft. Again, said they were betting the farm on OpenAI. Yeah, it's gapping up here as well. Take a look. Tesla. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. It's made quite a move. It's up about 93%. It's the bottom over here. So you would expect some sort of pullback in Tesla. Netflix went sideways to slightly down. Apple is hanging in there after its big move up after earnings. Meta is moving sideways and trying to hold its big jump on earnings. Finally, Google. It's starting to trend down and it's filling the gap. Like we've said a few times, gaps, 80% of them fill and then return to the trend. We'll just have to continue to watch that. And that's our report for today. Hope you all have a great day, great Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays, as we like to say. Remember, it's your goals and your activities that will propel you forward. Continue working on them. And if you have any questions about your financial goals, you can text us at 415-828-7997. This has been Mornings with Michael. This has been educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. We'll see you back on this bad channel and tell you about some interesting people that we've met this week. And so without further ado, we'll let you get back to your week.